Well, it's tax season, and listen to this. Last year, Americans left more than $1 billion on the table. That was how much money was unclaimed in refunds. So how can you get what's rightfully yours? Tax expert Richard Gartland joins us now. You may even recognize him. He's in those funny commercials for H&R Block, but he's not just an actor. He really is a senior tax preparer there, right? This is true?
That's true. That's true.
So how did you become an actor in these commercials? They just spotted your talent?
Well, you know, personally, I think it's the bow ties. But they did a campaign a year ago, and they wanted to feature their own people. So I applied, and they used me.
Well, I think you look great in the commercials. Good for you.
Thank you.
Let's talk a little bit about taxes. Why is it that we could be missing out on all this money? What are we doing wrong?
Well, you know, we found last year that people who did their own taxes, about 50% of the time they filed an inaccurate return, and half of those inaccuracies were leaving money behind. The major areas where this happened was either deductions that they were entitled to and didn't claim, or credits that they didn't apply for. So in the area of credits, you've got education credits that can be worth up to $2,500 on a tax return. Child tax credit, that can be $1,000 per child on a tax return. And then for low and moderate income families with children, there's the earned income credit, which can be up to $6,000. And last year, 1 in 5 people who qualified for the earned income credit didn't claim it. That just shouldn't be happening.
Absolutely not. The Affordable Care Act is complicated for a lot of us to understand, but how, in your opinion, does it affect our tax return?
Right. Well, the Affordable Care Act is now the law for several years. It is the most sweeping change to the tax code in the last 20 years. So you're absolutely correct. It's a very complex code. What's happening for this year, though, is it's the year that people are required to have personal coverage. So if you're not covered through an employer, through Medicare, or some other means, you need to get personal coverage. We've developed a website called helpth.com. It's HELPTH. That's the combination of help and health. There's lots of written information out there. There's also live chat, telephone help, and you can actually enroll there. Another important aspect for people to remember is that there are subsidies available to quite a large number of people which will help them pay the premiums, and they'll be paid directly, so you don't go out of pocket and get it reimbursed. But the important thing to remember is you've got to get coverage this year, and we're there to help you do it.
Unexpectedly, a lot of us go through life changes. Those changes in our lives, how do those affect the return on our taxes?
Sure. Well, you know, I'd say generally for each milestone in life, there's an equivalent change to your tax situation. We're talking things like marriage, birth of a child, purchase of a home, maybe a divorce, and retirement, just to name a few of them. But each of these brings up new areas in the tax, and it's often when things change that we may tend to do the taxes the way we did it last year, which is no longer appropriate. So these are the complexities that we can help you figure out.
As it relates to having someone help you with your taxes, a tax planner, my personal opinion is that it could be almost like a full-time job to keep up with the changes from year to year on taxes. So I think doing taxes on your own is kind of a scary proposition. As a senior tax preparer planner, would you agree with that?
Well, absolutely. You know, it's my job to keep up with all those tax changes, and we're there to help you do it. We're available on hrblock.com, 1-800-HR-BLOCK. Love to help you.
Fantastic. And say that other website again that's the combination of help and health.
Sure. One last time. It's helpth.com. Great resource.
Sounds like it. Great to meet you. Since you've been in those commercials, you've become quite famous. I bet most tax preparers don't have that kind of celebrity, so congratulations and thanks for chatting with us.
Thanks so much, Molly. It's been a pleasure.
And the bow tie looks great on you. Thanks so much. And again, here's that website for more information. You can go to hrblock.com.